Hello and welcome class of 2024 for your 9th grade fall guidance lesson. First, I would like to introduce our counseling team to you. So my name is Melissa Gibson. I work with the students with the last names A through Gut. Ms. Eprez works with the last names of students Guz through N. Mr. Ichon will work with students with the last names Nye through Vo. And then Ms. Murphy will work with students with the last names Vog through Z. And Mrs. Markowitz is our IDA counselor for Portola students. I would like to turn the mic over to Mrs. Muir, who will talk about some personal and social resources that we have here on campus.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Muir. I'm the mental health specialist here at Portola. So what I do here is I provide extra social, emotional, mental health support for any student on campus or their family that may need it. I can do crisis response assessments and also linking you or your family to outside resources, mental health, doctors, case management, things like that. So if you need anything, myself or the counseling department, any of us can meet with you to kind of talk about any mental health concerns you might have. So if you are concerned about another student, you can submit an anonymous tip on our Say Something. You can either go to their website, app, or they have a phone number to just say any concerns that you have about another student. We can't help you or anyone else if we don't know, so please reach out when you can. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Muir. So a big question that we get in the counseling department from parents and from students is, when can I see my counselor? So you all are aware we are available on a walk-in basis before school, during break, during lunch, during office hours, and after school. You can also email us or schedule an appointment with our counseling clerk, Mrs. Seward. This year, the majority of our appointments will be done through Zoom, unless you are here on campus and then by any means you are able to walk into the campus and speak to us. If you or your friends are in need of immediate assistance, please see any one of us immediately. So how can we help you here on campus? So there are many aspects of our job of ways we can help you. So the first thing is academic planning. So we look at four-year plans with you. We plan out your entire four-year high school career, as well as look at post-secondary options for you. In looking at post-secondary options, we help find the best fit for you for colleges and look at different careers that might fit your needs. We also will write letters of recommendation and help you with the standardized testing information timeline. We are also available for personal social support should you or your friends need that. We will assist you with any questions that you may have, and then we also do parent presentations and meetings throughout the years. So something important to note, conversations between you and your counselor will remain confidential unless it involves harm to yourself, harm to others, or you are being harmed. I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Markowitz.
Thank you, Mrs. Gibson. Attendance matters, student. State regulations require that all absences be cleared through the attendance office by your parent or your legal guardian. Your legal guardian or parent needs to call one of the numbers above. If you're a PHS student, right, in the hybrid program, you would call the 936-8201, your parent would, or the IVA attendance line number 936-7400. This needs to be done on the day of the absence, or you need to bring, or your parent needs to bring a note to school within 3 days of your absence. Please know the attendance lines above, the phone numbers above, are available 24/7. So you can call, your parents can call, excuse me, anytime during the day. And we cannot accept emails to excuse any absences. All right, earning high school credits. Great question. How many credits will you earn for passing a class each semester? So each class you pass with a letter grade of A, B, C, or D, you will earn 5 credits. What is the minimum grade needed to pass the class? I think I just said that, a D-. F grade receives no credit, and that's where you will have to make up classes in summer school or through our learning lab. So just to quantify how many classes you need to take per year, just to give you kind of a number to be working with. Typically, most students take 6 classes each semester, right? That's 5 credits per semester. That equals 30 credits earned per semester if you pass your classes. So if you multiply that by 2, so 2 semesters times 30 credits per semester equals 60 credits per year. Quantify that even further, 60 credits times 4 years equals 240 credits that a student can potentially earn. So if a student earns 240 credits, they're going to be way above the credit threshold for earning a diploma in IUSD. Students need a total of 215 credits to earn their diploma, graduate, right? Again, with a letter grade of D- or higher. So here is the subject list of what is required to earn credits and earn your diploma. So you need 40 credits of English. That's essentially 4 years of English. 20 credits of math. That includes math 1 or higher. 20 credits of science, which includes living earth and chemistry. 30 credits of history, which includes world history, American history, as well as political science and economics. We call that class Passion Civics at Portola. 10 credits of a world language other than English or a visual or performing art, and 20 credits of PE. And know that sports and marching band and color guard will count as PE credits. Every student needs 5 credits of health. You can complete that during your school year or during summer school. And then 70 general elective credits. And know that any class above and beyond the minimum credits in each subject category will fill to the general elective category bucket. Do I need to take a 7th or 8th class? Okay, although we have 8 periods in a day, typically 7th and 8th periods are for sports and or other kind of service electives. So you do not have to take a 7th or 8th period class. Again, as I mentioned in the slides previous to this, 6 classes every semester is going to get you above and beyond where you need to be in terms of graduation as well as college eligibility. However, we do suggest taking 7 or 8 classes if it's in an area that really aligns with your interests, such as music, dance, sports, those types of classes. And there are going to be plenty of opportunities for you to fulfill your visual and performing art requirement for college, which can be done in the 11th or 12th grade year. And now I'm going to pass the mic to Ms. Epres.
Thank you, Mrs. Markowitz. Hi, everyone. My name is Ms. Epres. So I'm going to be talking about academic eligibility for a University of California or a California State University school. So these are your post-secondary options. We're going to be talking a lot about meeting the A through G requirements, and I'll go into detail on the next slide of what that looks like. Just keep in mind, if you are planning to apply to a UC university, such as UC Irvine or Berkeley, you will need to have a minimum 3.0 GPA or higher. And if you're planning to apply to a Cal State University, you need a minimum 2.0 GPA or higher, and I'll talk about how to calculate your GPA as well. All right, so this here is the A through G requirements. It kind of looks similar to the high school graduation requirements, but keep in mind that learners must complete the following requirements with a C- or higher. So although a D is going to get you a passing grade and earn you credit, a C- or higher for A through G requirements is needed. So you can see here the list of subjects that are aligning with a specific letter, and then what specific courses you're going to need to fulfill each of those letter requirements. A big difference between the A through G requirements and your high school graduation requirements is, for example, math. For a high school graduation diploma, you only need 2 years of a required math, whereas for the A through G requirements, you're going to need 3 years required, 4 years recommended. So keep in mind that there is some slight differences between high school graduation requirements and the A through G requirements. Another requirement that was needed for A through G requirements or for being college eligible is the SAT and ACT. So keep in mind, due to COVID-19, they have updated their testing requirements. So you can see here with the UC applications, Admission to UC will be test blind for applicants, meaning that the UCs will not use your test scores to make admission decisions, but it may be used for scholarships, determining eligibility in statewide admissions guarantees, or course placement after you enroll. Whereas the Cal State universities are temporarily suspending all SAT and ACT requirements for fall of 2021 applicants. And then for several private or out-of-state schools, they've adopted a test optional policy. So we'll keep you guys updated on what the testing requirement is for your grade level. Okay, so like I mentioned, for UC eligibility, you need a 3.0 GPA, and for CSUs, you need a 2.0 grade point average. So how to calculate your GPA. So you can see here, after you've earned a letter grade, it's worth a certain amount of points, A being 4 points, all the way down to D earning 1 point. You're gonna add up all of the points that you've earned, and you're gonna divide that by the total amount of grades, and that will give you your grade point average for the semester, and then later on for the year. And you'll recalculate your GPAs the more as you earn more grades. Keep in mind that all AP courses and some honors courses, such as Honors American History, are weighted, meaning that an A grade, which was typically a 4 points, would be 5 points. You're earning an additional point if you have taken an AP course or an honors weighted class. All right, now I'm gonna hand this off to Mr. Itchon.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Itchon. Just want to make sure that my face is showing here. So I think the big part of ninth grade is getting connected. Just know that from our sophomore career interest survey that we administered 2 years ago, this is kind of the involvement of our sophomores on campus at PHS, as well as extracurricular activities outside of PHS. So our students have generally done a really good job of being involved and being connected to our school. I understand with our current pandemic, it's a little bit harder, but that's where our clubs are doing a great job and being more flexible with providing virtual opportunities for our Bulldogs to be involved and stay involved. A common misconception with our ninth graders is about community service. Just know that if you do complete 25 hours by the end of the school year, you can submit that by mid-May, and you can have a designation of community service completed on your transcript, but this is not required at all. So please note that you do not need to submit this form. It's going to be important that you keep your own log of all the activities, all the community service that you've done, to report for college purposes by your senior year. All right, so information on clubs, meeting times, and contact information can be found on our school website. So if you go to students and activities of our website and activities and clubs, you can see the full list of all the clubs and their advisors. We do not have meeting times and locations on that spreadsheet just yet. But that's where it'll be important if you're interested in being a part of a club to contact the advisor. Or a lot of our clubs have Instagram pages to where you could send them a direct message and you could get to know how to join, when meetings are, and get connected that way. Eligibility for ASB, athletics, pep squad, color guard, marching band, tech staff, and drama. So please note that your academics is your #1 priority. And if that isn't prioritized, it can potentially keep you from being involved in these extracurricular activities. So with that said, it will be important that you maintain at least a 2.0 GPA average, which is a C average, and pass at least 4 classes. Okay, so you can't have 3 Fs and 3 As. That doesn't work out that way. Okay. So there is a probationary period for 1 quarter during your 4 years of high school. So for example, if you are planning on playing a spring semester, you do not meet the requirements by the end of the semester, you can use that 1 quarter, but after that, that's that one time that you can use it. Okay, so winter sports eligibility and spring sports eligibility, this would obviously change because we don't have any fall semester sports. So it would really be relegated to our spring sports and you doing well at the end of the semester. And in terms of official transcripts, official grades go out mid to end January, end of June, and end of summer school. So for those of you, we know we have quarter grades coming out towards the end of October. Those will not go on your official record. What will go on your official record is your final semester grades. So with that said, there is time to catch up and improve. And that's where it's going to be important to contact your teachers or contact us for strategies to improve before the end of the semester when your official grades are in. All grades will appear on your transcript, even if you repeat it for a better grade. So if you initially got an F in Living Earth and you repeat it over summer school for an A, that initial F will show on your transcript. So that's all the more important to do really well the first time around, so that first off, you don't need to take that summer school course. And second of all, colleges or anyone else that sees your transcript understands that you did well the first time around. Okay, so that's going to be important. And the P, we will be talking about this in your spring guidance lesson when we review your transcript. But the P on the transcript indicates college prep. So you have college prep courses such as your math, your English, your social studies. Those are considered core academic courses, whereas with PE, with health, those aren't coded with a P, so those would be considered non-academic classes. Hopefully all of you are on our Google Classroom. This is an excellent way to stay involved with all the announcements that come from counseling, from ASB, from Portola Pilot, and it's just an excellent way to stay engaged. My recommendation would be to download Google Classroom app on your phone, turn on notifications to where whenever we send out an announcement, you can receive it as you would a text message, so you don't miss out on any of the stuff that's going on. So please go ahead and make sure you do that. Download the app, turn on notifications. If you're not on your grade level Google Classroom, you can use the invite code shown above. And lastly, follow us. We're very active on our social media. So for those of you who have been following us on Instagram, you see how we tend to post important information, whether it's classes or events. So it'll be very important for you to go ahead and follow us to stay in the loop. And so now I will go ahead and pass it off to Ms. Murphy to give you a little pop quiz to make sure that you're paying attention this whole time.
Thank you, Mr. Itchon. So we're going to start with our review quiz. And the first question is, when are appropriate times to see your counselor? And the answer is all of the above. What can your counselor help you with? Your counselor can help you with academic support, college and career planning and support, personal, social, and emotional support, assist you with any questions, and support your family with parent presentations and meetings. In addition to your counselors, who are other on-campus resources you can turn to for personal and emotional support? We have Ms. Muir, our mental health specialist, and Mr. Carey, our project success specialist, who are both available in the counseling office for personal and emotional support. How many credits will you receive for passing one class for a semester? The answer is 5. You'll receive 5 credits for passing one class. How many credits will you need to graduate from Portola High School? The answer is 215 credits to graduate. What is the minimum grade you will need to pass a class? The answer is D-. A D- is the minimum passing grade. What is the minimum grade you will need to meet A through G requirements? The answer is C-. Is community service required for graduation? The answer is no, it is not required. Do UCs accept learners with Ds for their UC approved courses? The answer is no, they do not. Do all grades appear on your transcript even if you repeat for a better grade? The answer is yes, they do. All grades appear on your transcript. I will be behind my peers academically if I don't take 7 or 8 classes. This is not correct. I will be behind on credits if I don't take 7 or 8 classes. This is not correct. What tests will you need to be admitted into a CSU or UC? The answer is SAT, ACT. Again, as Ms. Epres mentioned, those requirements are changing, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on the requirements throughout your grade levels. To satisfy the A through G requirements for the UC system, I must have a GPA of, the answer is 3.0. Buster, a star football player, dropped his grades below a 2.0 for the first time in high school. Is he still eligible to play on the team? The answer is yes, he can use his one-time probation and continue to play.
Okay. So with that said, that concludes our 9th grade guidance lesson. Feel free to reach out to any one of the counselors for additional support. Thank you very much.